Hey everybody, welcome to Eat Factually. How y'all doing today? Hope your gardens are doing great. I hope you have some nice weather. We do have a cold front coming here in PA. It's going to be in the 60s, but we'll be fine. Just unusually cold for late May, early June. Anyway, so let me show you what I got going on. I got some crop coming in. Here's some. I really just have lettuces right now. Here's some spinach, Swiss chard, and leaf lettuce, all coming in nicely. Let's see what we got garden. Here's potatoes. First time doing potatoes, so I'm excited to see how they do. It's Yukon Gold potatoes and russet and some red potatoes. You can see they're popping out of the ground here, looking nice. So hopefully they work out in here. I didn't have much room in the garden, so I tried some in these buckets here. As you can see, hopefully they do well. Here's some tomatoes. This is my two sisters. So basically, if you look at it here, the tomatoes will grow on either side, here, and then I'll put beans in the middle, and they do really well, and they help each other out, and they actually create a stronger structure and support system for each other. Back there I have cucumbers and squash and zucchini, 2 plants of each, or 2 mounds of each I should say, and they're looking nice. Another 2 sisters here. I'll plant the beans here in about a week or 2 once the tomato plants are a little higher, because beans grow really fast. Here's some celery. You can see I have a clover problem, which I'll take care of throughout the summer and in the fall. I've had it before, I can beat it again. Celery I planted here late. They're starting to just barely come up. You can see one right there, just barely coming up there. Here's some leeks and onions that we planted. They're doing nice. Some late carrots that I had planted and some late celery, but I'll get them in the ground here. They'll do fine. Row of tomatoes. Look at those. This was my daughter's mistake when she spilled the seeds in all of the potting soil. So we ended up with about 40 different tomato plants. So they're we've saved them, almost all of them, they're growing. Here's a row of lettuce all the way down. I got some herbs in my cinder block here. Some basil, mint, cilantro, some lettuce, chives, all kinds of different, there's some catnip in there. Looks good. Another row of, there's some kale, some spinach, leaf lettuce, more spinach, and there's my Swiss chard. Here's some fennel. Look at this fennel. First time growing fennel as well. Looks pretty good. You can plant that early spring. It can deal with some frost. Spanish onions. My row of peppers. This is my habanero there. You can see them starting to come up. There's a couple that are struggling a little bit, but they'll be all right. They'll survive. Here's some more of those misfit tomato plants. Doing great. Planted some carrots. You can see the carrots are barely coming up. If you see this right here, there's a carrot barely starting to come up. Again, you want to stagger some of your vegetables so you don't get them all at once and just have 1,000 carrots and not know what to do with them and they spoil. Here's 2 more rows I got to do something with. Here's the 3 sisters back here. I love this. So it's squash and zucchini on the outside I've put. There's one growing randomly in the middle. And then the corn's going great. Look how tall that corn is. And then I'll plant beans. So between the squash, zucchini, corn, and beans, they all help each other out and they'll grow really strong. The beans will use the corn to grow up. Raspberry bush. Another 2 sisters going in. Here's some nice broccoli. All there, and we have some more broccoli. We'll end up splitting up and transplanting. I planned that a little bit later, see how it does. Our sprouts, first time doing sprouts, so I'm trying a lot of new things. I'm hoping they do well, but we have a nice row of sprouts there. A black raspberry bush back there. Look at these beets. Got some nice beets going. I got 3 rows of those. I planted more than I thought I did, but oh well, we'll use them. Another raspberry bush, another black raspberry bush. Carrots that I planted early spring. They're looking great, and some spring onions back here doing awesome. Some peas. I'm gonna plant another row of peas here in a little bit. Some more carrots. Here's a random red potato plants from food scraps that we threw in the garden to get some nutrients in. I'm gonna let them grow. They're not really harming anything. Here's a bunch of random zucchini and squash plants too. Some of them are gonna make it, some aren't. But some will rebuild. They look like they're dead, but sometimes they'll grow back up. They'll get another leaf. So I think they'll survive. And then here is another row of lettuce, some random red potato plants, some mint, cilantro, random red potatoes, and then I planted some potatoes back here. Here's one blueberry bush, and the other blueberry bush is back there if you can see it. You do want to plant blueberry bushes next to each other. They like to have another one within 5 to 10 feet to help pollinate it. Some strawberries. I planted 2 kinds of strawberries. One that'll bloom in the spring and fall, and one that'll bloom in the summer. And you can see they're all doing great. All right, well, hey, good luck out there. Have fun. We'll see you next couple of days here.